Good morning, guys, and welcome back on this rather beautiful morning. It's time to head on the longest stretch here of this tour, or one of the longest. We are heading towards Germany today. Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Well, as the last 2 days of this journey was mainly me sitting on the motorcycle on the Autobahn, I thought I will go through all your questions that you left me in the comments and answer as much as I can. Let's start by thanking you guys. We are 3,680 people by the moment I'm recording this video, so thank you guys. And yeah, do the stuff that you always do. Go down and comment, subscribe, and like. That really helps to grow the channel, and it also motivates me to keep going, of course. In this video I want to go through all your questions, and then I will answer some questions that I got on the gear I use and all the technical stuff. I usually don't talk about the brands or gear that I use, because I just use it as long as it works, and if not, I just switch it out. Everything you see and everything I use, recommend, or don't is my personal preference, so don't take my word for it, just check it out on yourself. Let's get into it and let me go through everything you guys ask me. So one of the most asked questions is, how do I plan my trips? So my trips are usually, I call them freestyle, so I just go. I can show you this thing here, that's Google, and if you look closer you see there are a lot of dots and everything, and this is how I usually go through my planning. You can also see this is the Lofoten Island. So the turquoise dots are the ones that I already been to, and the green ones I either didn't make it, or there was too big of a detour to go there, or sometimes even the weather didn't help me to get there. So yeah, this is how I plan my trips. So there's not much going on. I just use my TomTom Rider, it calls. That was the satnav that I used for Norway. And of course Google Maps. Just download the offline maps and you will be good to go. The trip itself took place in July and August. I've been in Norway, Sweden and Finland for almost 2 months. So I started at the beginning of July and came back basically right at the end of August. Then we have the question of the tires. Let me tell you one thing, I'm usually not happy with any tire because I'm not that experienced of a rider, so don't take my word for it, just test them out. So I started with the Metzeler Caro 3 and 4. I had the Heidenauer K60 Ranger on it. I went for the Mitas E09, the Dakar version for the KTM rally. And then I had the Pirelli Scorpion Rally STR. That one is the worst of all. At least what I experienced, but don't take my word for it. I had the chance to weigh me, my bike and my setup in Norway. So I had 405 kilograms in total with a almost full tank. That was the gear that I was riding with, and did all the off-roads except for the KTM rally, of course. So as for my bike, it's a 790 Adventure R from 2020. The only things I changed are, I changed the air filters, so I removed the original one and went for a twin air pre-oil filter with a combination of the pre-filter. So I removed the original snorkels. If you ride a KTM, you know what I mean. And then I changed the handguards to the ones from Barkbuster, and then I went for shorter clutch and brake levers. So just a disclaimer, so every gear that I used or bought or brought with me is bought by myself. There are no sponsors involved in this channel. I think I will keep it that way, because then I can give you guys an honest opinion on the stuff that I used. So let's go over my gear. So for my trip to Scandinavia, I used the LS2 Adventure helmet, I think it calls. Really good helmet, but yeah, you can feel the price, because I use it like every day, so it's most of the stuff is just not made for it, let's be honest here. I'm not the average rider in this regard, so you cannot compare my ridings to just like weekend riders or people that go occasionally on tours like for 2 or 3 weeks at a time, and the rest of the year they just like have the stuff hanging in the closet or whatever. Then I have some Alpine Star boots. Don't ask me which one, but it's not the Tech series, so it's not Tech 7 or Tech 10 or whatever you can get. And then I use one of the latest jacket and pants from Revit. It's called the Stratum GTX series. I love it. It's really nice. As my undergarment, I use the Climb. It's called the Cool -1 or something like that. You can look it up, you will find it. I'm quite sure. Yeah, that's basically it. So I have some ordinary like motocross gloves with some minor protection, so there's nothing crazy going on. And it's also a cheap German company, so you will not find it if you look it up internationally. So don't even bother talking about it. For my bags, I use the ones from Lone Rider. They are like semi-rigid ones. I love them really much because I got aluminum panniers before, the whole set from S2-E41. They call it, I think, the Adventure set or something like that. And I changed basically the left and the right pannier because I got my foot stuck twice and almost broke it twice. Barely managed to get it out, so I swapped to the semi-rigid ones, because if you get your foot stuck, when you do an off-roading, it will happen in some occasion or another, so you can at least get your foot out. So that's why I changed the left and the right pannier basically, and I kept the top case is still the SW Motec, and I mounted spare jerry cans left and right of it, so it does the job. Weight-wise is of course the worst, because you have like everything heavy is on top. Alright, I hope I could answer a couple of your questions. And also, what else do we have? And as for my camera gear, I usually get asked quite a lot what I use. So I have two of the GoPro 11. So one I'm filming it at the moment, and this is the second one that I film myself with basically. Then I have a Hero 10 as my backup, because I broke already two 10s, so I upgraded two to the 11. So I now have like one 10 left and two 11s. And for the drone, I have this little thingy. It's a Mavic Air 2. It does the job. I didn't need anything more fancy or bigger or whatever. So it has tracking, it has obstacle avoidance sensors, everything that I need, and I'm fine with it. Other than that, I have a Rode Lavalier Go microphone mounted with a dead cat in my helmet, so it's like basically next to my mouth. And this is how I record my audio, just straight into the GoPro, into the media mod in this case, and it works fine. And then I go and use DaVinci Resolve for my video editing, and there I can use like background, noise reduction and whatever to get the best audio possible. And for the 360 videos, I use a Insta360 camera. That's the modular one. I forgot the name, doesn't matter. It does the job. I usually don't use it too often, just on some occasions, because there's like no sense of using it all the time. The workaround is just the worst, and I am too lazy for that, let's be honest. And the quality, of course, is not keeping up with the GoPros, but I have a lot of issues with the GoPros, so I might switch them for something else in the future. We will see how this goes. Yeah, but if you have any other question, just put them down in the comments. I'm happily answer as soon as I see them, because I usually check once or twice a day, as long as they're not getting overwhelming, and I can keep up. Otherwise, I think it will just take time. Yeah, that's basically it from my side for today. I will take a break here for a couple of weeks to get the next season going. And let's say I went over and under for you guys. So you will see what I'm up to now. If you want to be live basically on my travels, you can head over to my Instagram. I put a link down in the description. And there you can already see what I'm up to now and what's and what's next coming up on the YouTube videos. But anyway, there will be no upload for the next couple of weeks. Let's see, maybe 2, 3 or 4. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out shortly, I guess. But for now, I'm out. I call it a day here, and I see you guys on the roads ahead.